Good morning. Welcome to Alan's Day. Alan's Day is going to be working in the barn on the lights. Reason I'm doing that in the middle of the summer is it's raining out there. Probably can't see it, but there's more rain coming, so it doesn't pay to start any outside projects. So this has been on the list for since middle of last winter. I saved it. So what we've got going on is we've got 4 metal halide 220 volt lights that back in the era, those are the most efficient things you can get. We're switching those out, and we are putting some LEDs in there, which is just going to take a fraction of the power and be a whole lot brighter. But before I start that, I got to get those things tore out of there. Taking the lights out is pretty straightforward as far as I got to take the guts out of the fixture here. You'll see that in a little bit. And I just have to replace them with some LED guts. You'll see that too. So let me get started on here, getting this taken out of here. And yes, I did turn the power off, and we're good to go. Before I cut wires. And you can see the bulbs that were in here. This is pretty primitive technology. So it's this big 400 watt light bulb in here. And like I said, it takes 220 volts to run the transformer to run this light here. So every time I just cringed every time I hit the switch to turn these 4 lights on. No more. We're moving to the modern age. Well, let me finish getting the guts out of there. And the other 1, 2, 3 lights there, and then we will get the some LEDs in there. And the next thing to come out is the capacitor. So you can see all the components that it requires to run those big bulbs. And you see me take out the transformer. The first thing I took out, capacitor. None of that's needed anymore. And all I have to do, since I had 220 volts in here, which is the 2 black wires, I just need 1 black wire now. And I'm good to go. On to the next lights. So working up here in the rafter on the lights, there's birds up here. We got barn swallows, I think they are. I'd have to ask my wife for sure, but we've got nests all over the place. And those birds just keep dive bombing me here. Fixtures are all out. They're all gutted out. Well, the next step is change the breaker out. And also just a heads up, this is how Alan does it. This isn't a how-to video for electrical work. Breaker panel. I think we got a code violation. We got stuff stacked in front of our electrical panel here. Let me get this stuff pulled out of here. And I'm after this 220 breaker that's in here. I'll get that pulled out. I got a 15 amp in here to replace it. And I got one wire to cap off. And we're good to go here. Got my breaker, and always, you know, me and my dielectric grease, use it on everything. I'll put a little dielectric grease where I'm going to make that connection, and then I will put some dielectric grease where this connects into the breaker panel. And as long as I got the dielectric grease out, the holes on this panel are getting a little rusted and a little hard, so I'm going to put a little dielectric grease on there too. Now let me get that breaker in here, and then I'm going to have a spare wire here, so I got to make sure that I mark that on both ends so that the future me or somebody else knows why that wire is where it is. Let me finish getting this hooked up. Now off to the light switch, which is right there, barn. Let me get a wire pulled off of there. Electrical tester. Before you stick your hands in anywhere, I forgot to show you, always make sure your wires are dead. Make sure you test the tester on a known live wire first. So we got power there. We got no power here. And I like to write myself notes on stuff when I'm building it. So I just wrote on here that I converted it. It'll make sense to me what those spare wires are for in a few years. That phase is done. Now, crack some wires, turn some power on. Take my tester, and I'll show you what I got for the lights in there. Conversion from 220 volts to 110 volts. I only should have one of these black wires should be hot. Maybe it'll help if I turn the switch on. We'll try that again. I had to adjust the sensitivity on my tester here. So push the button right here. I got flashing light. That one no light. So I'm going to take my tape, mark that as a spare, cap it off a little bit better, and move on to the next one. Well, it's still raining out there, and I'm just out here visiting summer. That's the exact same light as what this is right here, and you notice that this fixture box right here is the exact same box that's up there. So all these light fixtures in here, I recycled these a long time ago. These came out of the Speedway gas station that we had here in town. So those fixtures are probably 30 plus years old for sure, or more. Well, let's get the new LEDs, get into the modern age here. Here's what we got. I got these off of Amazon. I'm not quite sure what the price was on there, but there's the part number, and here's the manufacturer on them. And I did put some of those fixtures up in here already. So you notice that there's 5 lights here. I got 4 fixtures, so 4 of them are going back in there, and then I got to get another box up there so I can mount one more light in there, get a little more light in there. Here's what the fixture looks like, and pretty straightforward. I just got a black, white, and a green wire, and I got a black, white, and green wire up there. How much simpler does it get? Let me get this up there and see how this fits. One fixture in, and I ordered these fixtures because of the length on there, because it just fits right up inside, sits on top of this this lip here. I just got to make a filler piece for each side. 2 lights in, and the birds are still flying around dive bombing me. And I found out what the cats do on a rainy day. If you look right back in there, you'll see 3 cats laying on the right there, sleeping. Hey Taz, hey kitty kitty. You can't do a project without at least one trip to Menards. So here we are. I better get this project done because it quit raining, it's nice outside, and I should be outside. Well, let me get in there and get some wire. All set in the electrical department. Loading up on wire nuts and some 14-2, some armor cable, so I don't have to run much conduit. A whole lot easier. A few more things on the list. I've got a project next weekend, and I need some foam and some stain. My favorite go-to stain is Kona Brown. I use this on everything. One more essential for the road trip: Cliff Bars. I need a few of those too. We'll just keep throwing them in there. That's it for this shopping trip. I got enough. It's time to cut some spacers. Found some drops of this MDO plywood. Set up the saw. 3 3/4 by 22.5 should do it. Let me finish cutting these up, and we'll get the fillers in, and then one more light, and we're done. Lights are done. Thanks for sticking around with me this rainy Saturday. Sun came out again. It just quit raining, so I don't feel too bad being inside today. So here's what I got. I got the 4 lights here, and I added 1 light back up in that corner. Oh, Summer wants to go riding. Tomorrow I'll go riding with her. Now the reason for the I need so much lighting right here is this is where I do the farrier work. We do veterinary work on the horses here. So thanks for sticking around today. We will catch you on the next project or the next adventure. Talk to you later. One last thing. There's always one last thing. I got time that I can walk out to the park and sit for a little bit on my bench. Now I'll see you later. Thank you for watching Alan's Day. Life is about making choices. Some things are already perfect. Some things you may choose to upgrade. This channel will show you both. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again.